Hey, everybody. So, as I just announced in chat, it's just going to be me, myself, and I tonight. Juno's at his shitty Walmart, and Sean, I think, is probably at his mom's or something. And so, yeah, that's about how that one's going. Okay, so hope everybody can hear me okay and everything like that. So tonight's feature presentation is Dinner in America. This is a fantastic movie. The director just put out another movie this year called Snack Shack, which is actually one of my favorites. The Look movie link is pinned at the top, but if anybody has Hulu, you can watch it on there. And I think you guys will enjoy this and whatnot. So I will attempt to do roll call because I don't know how much I'll be paying attention to chat tonight since it's only me. But we've got Zodiac in the house, Rosalia in the house, Chester Franklin in the house. We've got Brooke Sauce in the house, I believe. We've got Russell Collier, and we have Ginger Ninja Jason in the house. Also, yeah, Jimmy won't be with us tonight because he was one of the ones whose power is still out from that fucking Milton Berle, storm. So, yeah, see, Zodiac, he's on the case, like I said, about Hulu, and he's on the case about that. So we're all good. So, yeah, I couldn't get Moonbeam to get, to jump in the chat either because she's been really busy and not feeling so great, but she will be here on Saturday, of course, for her birthday and whatnot. So, anyway, yeah, so how's life been treating all you guys, let's see, what we have, like 7 dead from this storm, and I don't know, multiple places still out of electricity. So, it's just always another, Texas, fun time in Texas. But, I hope that, the gooches and the queefs are in full force as I can kind of see and stuff like that. Judge Goocher, that's correct. The people's queef, yeah. So, well, that's good to hear, Rosalia. I was lucky that I only lost my power for an hour, but that's because I have a major hospital that's up the road. And so, when a few years ago, when the power grid was all fucked up because of the winter and all that, um, I don't think I lost my power at all. Maybe just a little, but then a pipe was busted outside one of the buildings because of the freezing weather, and that was really about it. So, yeah, I'm really lucky that I live where I do. So, yeah. Well, there's Sean. Why don't you just come in, brother? If you're here in the chat, just come on up. You're already here. I haven't started yet. Uncomfortable silence. All right. Well, anyway, maybe he can't because he's somewhere else, but it's all good. So anyway, got a little thing that Johnny made for us, and I'm gonna premiere that.
Hey kids, I love this guy. He's the founder of the CWO.
And everything, man, and for everything you do, man. You're awesome because you are part of the CWO.
What a piece of shit this movie is.
Here's Johnny, and I support the CWO.
Johnny's the best at making those things and all that. I've been trying to work on some new logos and things of that sort. I had some ideas, but I haven't been able to get to them yet, and trying to come up with a theme song for us as well, using that good old AI that scares people to death and everything, because they're all just afraid. So, but Mr. Russell Collier's in here. Happy not yet Canada Day, but I'll say that anyway. And for Jason, happy not yet Australia Day, if there even is one. But you know, I will I will say, I've never asked you this question, Jason, but are you a Radio Birdman fan, or do you like the Saints? And the answer is better be yes, or you're out of here. I'm just kidding. Yes, Russell, I have seen This Is England, and it's a very good movie. But yeah, this movie's gonna run, I don't know, about an hour, 48 minutes or whatever. It's got Kyle Gardner in it, who, if people have seen Smile, which is not one of my favorites, but he's in that. But he's also in a fantastic movie from last year called The Passenger. And if you've never seen that, you should definitely check that out. He's really good. And then he has something coming out that I recently saw a trailer for when I went to go see Maxine, where he, I think, plays a serial killer, but I don't remember the title of that because they played like about almost a half hour's worth of trailers. You know, it's like Jesus Christ. It was nice when you used to get 2 or 3, and then you were on your way. But yeah. Good. I'm glad there is an Australia Day. I thought it would just basically be a bunch of like drunken old men fighting kangaroos in a boxing ring or something, you know. But then also, I thought Mick Taylor would come to a select people's number of houses and stab them all to death too. Absolutely, Prawn of the Dead. So, all right. Well, if you guys want to get ready, I think I'm gonna get this thing started a little bit early since it's just me, and my jokes are gonna really run dry through the rest of the night. So yeah, everybody like grab some snacks and let's have a good time, even though I'll probably just be, yakking it up through the, whole movie.
Come on. Dance with me.
I'm really glad you came to dinner.
What the fuck are you doing?
He was taking advantage of me.
Get out!
Hey, Mom, can I go see a rock show?
What's the group?
They're this really cool group. The music is almost educational.
I don't like the sound of this militia music.
Rock concerts are bad news.
They upped the reward. They said you assaulted some lady. Tried to burn her house down?
You see anyone suspicious running around back here?
You got someplace around here we can go? I needed a place to hole up. Your house is perfect.
You want to know my secret? I write John Q love letters.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I write him one every week.
Where's your fucking bathroom?
Buckle up! I drive fucking nuts! Microwave it, shove it down! Pressure for you is turning brown! Poison veggies and plastic meat! I want my motherfucking shit! Around the table! Come at me, you fucking cocksucker! That makes it sad! Dinner time! Dinner in America! Dinner time! Dinner in America! Dinner time! Dinner in America!
You need to take it down a notch, motherfucker! Do you think I'm weird?
Oh yeah, no, you're fucking weird.
Well, is weird cool?
In your case, no.
Yeah, and you all need to take it down a notch. No, you don't. And anyway, oh man, Kayla, hey, how are you? It's cool to see you. I know I tagged you in either in this or in something, and thank you for showing up. Kayla is she's like a gamer and she's really fun, and every time that I go into her room, she always sings "All My Exes Live in Texas," and so it's really cool that you showed up. Thanks for coming. I'm usually on a panel with two other people, but I'm solo in it tonight, and but I got the family behind me, so it's all good, stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time because this movie fucking rules. So I do at the top of the chat, Kayla, if you want to watch with us, the Look Movie link is at the top. It's a site where they have like a 10-second like fucking ad thing, or if you've got Hulu, it's on Hulu. So I'll give everybody a couple of minutes, and then when everybody tells me they're ready to go, we'll go and get the party started. I'm surprised P. Rich isn't in here, right now, that he's probably trapped in the bathroom as usual or something. Or one of his monkeys is hanging upside down. Word of advice, everybody, don't buy a chimp because it'll rip your face off. Willie Vodka and the Queef and Queer Factory. There we go. That's a good one, Sean. I wish they would make a movie like that. A bunch of like drunk 5-year-olds stumbling into like vats of chocolate and getting boiled alive. So, all righty. If you got, like you said, I'm seeing the bat signals. Everybody seems to be ready. So I'll give the 10 cooch, and we'll we'll get ready. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Hi, 71. Glad you could make it. So yeah, because Snack Shack is so good, I'll be at some point I'll be showing that because it's a really good movie. But oh yeah, I forgot. We have a word from our sponsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to achieve an R rating today, a motion picture must contain full frontal nudity, graphic violence, or an explicit reference to the sex act. Since this film has none of those, and since research has proven that R-rated films are by far the most popular with the movie-going public, the producers of this motion picture have asked me to take this opportunity to say, fuck you.
So, there we go. So yeah, this movie starts out where John Q is trying to get like one of these experimental drug things and whatnot. And as you can kind of see, it's not going very well at all. That damn meat looks like a tire tread. When they said don't play with your food, obviously they were wrong. Wonder Bar. Hey, P. Rich.
Since when? I was counting on that scratch, man. Sorry, kid. Taking things up in Cartland again. What? Fuck now, Ted. Fuck this office. Fuck you.
Well, that didn't go over too well. But I'd say fuck now tech as well. See, I didn't even have to worry about the sponsor word because they say fuck plenty of it in this movie. Z, my brother, could you do me a favor and could you post the link to Kayla's channel in the chat, please? Gracias, señor.
Sunday dinner. I'll always goes big. I'll play you too.
See, there's no reason, right? I mean, right there to turn down a dinner if you're going to get blown, right? Right. You know, if you go to Sunday dinner. Why, yes, we are. And thank you for that, Z. See, and then you see this football looking, you know, nerd with his fucking Prince Valiant haircut. That's a guy that you would immediately just want to beat the shit out of in a grocery store parking lot. And the old man too, just for kicks. I mean, look at that douchebag, you know, he's just staring at him, you know, and stuff. It's like, hey, we're having Sunday dinner, so let's have a fucking stare down. See, look at that. What's wrong with your hair? It's like, look at that motherfucker's hair, you know. And Leah Thompson, for the short time she's in this, is great. You know, I think it's her best role since Back to the Future. Cough, cough. You know, and stuff. Yeah, typical. My name's Bill. Hey, Patrick, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for coming in and stuff. Appreciate it. See now, right there. That's the reason to beat that old man's ass right there, saying the N-word, piece of shit. See, if I'd known Sean years ago, we'd be up to shit like this. $30 years ago, I'd be, you know, throwing fucking chairs through windows and stuff. Timestamp I have is, oh shit. I have 8 minutes, 6 seconds. Once again, the Look movie link is at the top of the chat, and the movie is also on Hulu as well, if you have Hulu. See, I think Gardner would be a better person to dance with than Howard the Duck. Yeah, that would be fun, P. Rich. Rosalie, it's actually not my fave either, but that's the one she picked that people voted for. I was really hoping everybody would have voted for Crybaby, but hey, that's me. I'm not gonna, ruin, ruin her birthday party. This well, I mean, with the exception of setting the bushes on fire, when I was younger, I did my share of throwing bricks through people's windows, but nobody knows that, and nobody ever saw it, so nobody can prove anything.
No, leave it. It's a good look for you. Are you gonna eat that? My dick is strong. You didn't get enough calories from it. Get this fucking sandwich, retard. You don't lose by a sandwich. You just throw my paper on the motherfucker. Tell me I didn't get little shit on my tracks.
Yeah, we got a couple of like latent, so we go.
It's on my track sheet. He's gonna track down the next and fucking kill his family.
Hey, Derek, thanks for coming. Here's a beard tug. So there you go. Yeah, I saw that picture that you had, whatever, and I had liked it and all that. And we have, the dancing ladies and everything in the chat. So thank God we don't have any pole dancers or pole sisters or whatever the fuck. How could you forget Young Frankenstein, Russell, when you were in it? You played Gene Hackman's role, the blind man. Yeah, it's a shame about Amy Locane, She just forgot to change the L-O or the L in her name to cocaine and whatever else it was, whatever she was doing. There's some mean ass fucks in this film. And they were lucky they were only acting because Russell would have killed them all. Exactly, Patrick. Zoinks. Yeah, this is kind of fucked. She's throwing the basketball around and then she has a dead cat in her yard. And it's just sort of like, why? Yeah, the parents in this movie are just fucked. The mom is played by Amy. What's her name? Mary Lynn Raska or whatever the heck her name is from 24. Vern Troyer is dead. She's, hey, movie, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in.
I'm 20 years old. Haven't shut the F up.
So yeah, here's Patty kind of spazzing around the psyops, and it's her favorite band and everything. At at this point, I will say that I don't I don't or necessarily do condone this behavior, but to each their own. It goes to Camp Crystal Meth Lake. Just the fact that that kid said, "Are you trying to buy some drugs?" Like it's really, their fucking business. Then you might really know what it's like or what it's like. I used to have this Vietnamese friend named Vern, and he was never really happy when that's all we ever said. Know what I mean, Vern? He didn't take too kindly to that. But he never murdered me or anybody else that I know. That's a nice kept up post office. That's a real thing. I've had that before. Empty fucking bus and some old bag or some weirdo just decides to sit by me, or and you're like, the fuck? What do you want? Now, I don't condone any sort of usage of illicit drugs or the selling of illicit drugs. But hey, whatever makes you money. And as long as you're not Dave McRae, I mean, what? Who? Oh, I didn't say that. So now he's, walking and then minding his own business, and then of course there's a cop who might just sort of recognize who he is. Yeah, I would suggest never knocking over a big garbage can full of brooms, especially if you don't have time to clean up the place. Ernest goes on a wild one. You know, actually, Ernest goes on a killing spree. That was a really good one. Then there was the Ernest gets turned out. Well, yeah, we're gonna have a field day now with all the Ernest movies. You know. Ernest wears a dress, and Ernest, you know, winds up with your sister in a seedy hotel with a big pile of drugs. So now they're gonna hang at her house, and then of course he gets to meet the parents. And as if we've already met the parents, yeah, the yeah, hilarity ensues as it has been tonight. The whole thing about him calling her mother a bull dyke. Like, okay, the haircut gives it away.
He is like, holy fucking shit, dude. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit, dude. It's just chaos all over the fucking place.
Because we tell it how it is. What's advice again? Well, it was one of the coolest things because when you did that, when I told Johnny, I said, you got to clip that and make that into something. This actress though, Emily Skeggs, she played this part so well. It's like when you actually see um pictures of her in real life, she's really fucking beautiful. The tension that the two of them, well, I mean, that she has when he's talking to her is just like epic because she's really like, what the fuck? And then she, like he tells him, you need to take it down a notch. Yeah, he pulls off this bullshit story about how he's like a missionary in Africa and shit, and stuff. And zombies shouldn't be forgotten from centuries from now, especially along with cruel jaws as well. Hey, Pap, thanks for coming in, brother. It's good to see you. I'm glad you've been around a lot lately because it's always good to see you, Pap. If we could get like Mikey, man, to come in, shit. I don't know what's going on with him. The family dynamic in this is just the best. Yeah, it's always great to like lash out and alienate yourself, and stuff. And then, oh, yeah, I forgot about this part. This is where he accidentally finds out that he was adopted. Well, we'll see you in a little while, right? So you'll be back. Um, well, thank you, Rosalie. That's kind of my thing. I try to, you know, confuse everybody at any given moment. Like, what the hell am I watching? What is this? Nah, I just, I've been into so much esoteric stuff. The music I listen to, the movies I watch, you know, I got to keep people guessing, especially like I got to keep Russell guessing because if I don't, he'll actually believe that he's Canadian. Which song has the most morbid lyrics that you can think of? Well, well, there's one, but the lyrics aren't exactly morbid. I pretty much any like Gwar song is pretty morbid. If you if you think about it, I mean, they wrote one of the best love songs called "I'm Gonna Kill You," which that works. Um, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna cut you up. Oh, timestamp. Let me see. Timestamp is 4015.
Knock it off. Stop flailing around. No. Come on, it's a good one. I don't give a shit.
See, she's opening up to him and telling him all this, and then he's like, "Fuck, she's talking about me." Ah, you know. This is like one of the fastest getaways I've ever seen in my life. Yes, David Yao is in this movie. He plays a really asshole promoter, but he's such a good actor. But I don't know if you know this, Patrick, but well, Jesus Lizard just put out their first it's coming out, their first new album in like 24 years. And there's 2 videos that are out for it. Yeah, I love Jesus Lizard. I saw them open up for Ministry one time, and that was one of the wildest fucking shows I've ever seen. Hey, Shamarlos, thanks for coming in, brother. It's good to see you. Thanks, Pat. You guys are too nice to me, you know. One of these days, I'm going to do something that's really fucked up, and you guys are want my blood, you know. I just hope that day never happens. Just kidding, because I would never do anything like that. Because you're all fam. See, and it's weird for like they're a hardcore band, but these dudes all have like long hair, and especially like that dude sitting next to Gardner with the dreads looks like that fuck Adam Duritz from Counting Crows. Oh, that's cool, Patrick. I never knew you booked shows. Very cool. One thing about Yao is that I always liked is that before the first symbol even like hit and they started the first song, he'd already dove into the fucking audience and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you ever Pap, if you ever saw when my hair was really long before I cut it off the last time. What about you, Jonathan? Counting schmoes. I mean, yeah, that's what I like to call them. But
God damn it, lady, go back to your shrimp basket. Mind your own fucking business. That's it.
Yeah, I always like to be told to go back to my shrimp basket, and it's none of my fucking business.
you guys can't do the show on Friday. There's a lot of sacred juice from the Alliance. Stop talking about it like it's fucking happening. It's making me nauseous. You assholes get the show back on it. We're fucking done. I'll call you Friday at noon. Yo, the Heat came out of the lockout again. Got a real hard on for you, man. Yeah? And what the fuck did you tell me for? Same old, same old. We only know you as Johnny Q. You said you quit, but I don't think they bought it. This is some deep shit, Simon. $5,000? Damn! You sick of assaulting some lady? Trying to burn her house down? They've been using this crummy sketch for 2 years. At least they don't have your real name. Yeah. Except now they're on. How do you know? Because there was an unmarked squad car outside one of my crash pads. That's how I know. Which means somebody fucking narc. Don't look at me. I am looking at you. Hey, cool it, man. He didn't say shit. How the fuck did you know? I don't fucking trust anybody right now. You need a place to crash? No, you assholes. Want the keys to the van then? No, I'm set.
I got a gore story for you, P. Ridge. I worked with this guy named Ian, and previously, before I worked with him, he was living in Arizona, and he was telling me about this. Gore was playing this show at this club that he used to go to all the time, and he knew what the owners. And I guess it was the first time Gore was going to play there or something. And he had seen Gore in the past. Well, he told these guys, he said, "Listen, you need to turn your air conditioners on early in the morning, so this place is going to be cool," because he said there's going to be like a ton of blood and all this kind of stuff, and people, it's going to, they're going to get stuck with all this stuff all over them, and it's not going to be good. And so he says, so of course he goes there, and the place is just like, hot as hell. And he's like, this is gonna be fucked, So Gore play their show, and Ian gets totally just fucking drenched in blood. So for some reason, I don't remember, I think his wife had to borrow his car or something. So he's walking, down the road, or she was going to meet him. I don't remember what the fuck, the deal was. But anyway, so he's totally thirsty and shit. And he's covered, drenched in this shit, walking along the road, and he gets to this convenience store. And he's not thinking about it, that he's totally drenched in all this fucking Gore blood and shit. And he's reaching into his fucking pants to get some money for this soda. And the dude's just looking at him like, like, oh, fuck. Like he was in an accident or some shit. And he just goes, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, why?" And then the guy's just like, "Are you sure?" And he goes, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Here's the money." And then the guy goes, "No, that's okay. It's on me." And just like walks out of the store and realizes, oh shit, I'm covered in this crap. So this is where John Q comes back to their house, and he gets the kid high, and changes the dichotomy of a lot of things, especially the kid's life. Hey Larry, it's great to see you, brother. I'm surprised that he would do that, Patrick, because he usually was, too busy taking his clothes off, or at least, pulling it out sometimes, so. He actually, before he was in Jesus Lizard, he was in a band in Austin called Scratch Acid. And then previously to Scratch Acid, he was in a band called Toxic Shock, where he wasn't the singer, it was the female singer, but he played like guitar. So there's some more of my useless knowledge, especially about Texas bands and things anyway. I Larry, I did okay. I lost my power for about a minute, but that's because Memorial Hermann Hospital is just right up the road from me. Did you? Are you okay? Everything? I mean, obviously you're here, so things must be all right. Didn't get you too bad, did it? Well, I always will, Russell. Nobody can take that away from me. Oh, so yeah, Patty's looking for a job and stuff, and this turns out to be kind of funny.
Yeah, that's what I said, but then Dad said that maybe I could work my way up to the table.
So fucking. Table washer, food court in the mall.
So on that one note,
You got some kick-ass shit. 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 You got some kick-ass shit.
yeah, I guess they still do sometimes, Patrick, but I don't know. That's a fucking mess. When I lived in San Francisco, I used to go to what they call the Gavin convention because it was all for radio, but then they would let retailers go. And man, I had so many like drunken nights and but free drinks and free shows. That was always the best. Some of those things I shouldn't talk about, but yeah, I went to Bottom of the Hill a bunch. That band that's in Kill Bill 5, 6, 7, 8. I saw them at Bottom of the Hill. They used to have sometimes on Sundays they would have these shows where they would have barbecues and stuff. Yeah, it was one of the best clubs. I agree with that. But I also liked I liked Bimbo's at least when they had like rock shows there, and the Great American Music Hall. Although that's not exactly a club, but as far as a decent venue. Yeah, that's where I'm at, Rosalie. I'm in H-Town.
Was Rick cool? Do you think I'm cool?
Do you think I'm cool? I just said no. I'm fucking with you again. I love the whole point in this movie where they would all, it's always, I'm fucking with you, you know? Thanks, Chester. I will. I was in SF from 86 to early 2001. It's way hot out there, isn't it, Rosalia?
Retard's got a boyfriend. Shut the fuck up. Do you believe this faggot? He's got faggot mouth on him too. Two guys
Yeah, that's the best line. Lots of faggot talk from two guys that look like they're coming from a Russian circle jerk.
What I thought, bitch.
Oh, that's cool, Patrick. I never ventured out that far. I did go to like Gilman sometimes in the early days in Berkeley, though.
I'll give you everything in my pocket if you let me borrow your truck for now. Borrow, man. Shit, keep her all weekend. Toss me that minivan too.
I love that fucking license plate on the truck, 69 your mom. Boom. She just hit her gooch on that staircase.
Where the fuck are you douchebags going? We'll be right back. Yeah.
The coach calls them douchebags, so then you know he's up to something with them. taking that dead cat and putting it on those two Russian track stars that are looking like they're going to a yep, the 924 Gilman. Saw some great stuff there. Oh geez, man, that's P. Rich. That's like a loaded question. I have so many favorite bands. I can't. I mean, it's hard to like pick like one, let alone like even a top five most of the time, because it changes like all the time. I mean, as far as like stuff I've been listening to lately, I've been listening to Jesus Lizard because they've got that new record coming out, and then I've been listening to this band called Eater, and let's see, I'm trying to think who else, because it, like I said, it changes also on a day by day basis, sometimes hourly. I've actually been listening to like a lot of the AI stuff that's on YouTube, because there's these ridiculous songs that are really funny. But I found somebody that's been doing actual like cover songs by people, where like he took Angel of Death by Slayer and turned it into like a soul song from like the 1970s or 60s. And it's amazing. It's like you're like, holy shit, when you listen to it, because you're like, wow, this sounds like so legit.
Why do you keep fucking looking at it?
Yeah, I've been to Numbers a lot, Larry. Not in recent years. I've never been to Scout Bar, but I know of it and stuff. But I mean, I used to go when I was in high school. I used to go to this place called the Island, and I used to go to a place called Pick and Pack, and trying to think where else. Oh yeah, and then there were three different places called Cabaret Voltaire, and I used to go to. It's like whenever they would move, we just head on to the next one and stuff like that.
Hey, what kind of sauce comes on the Hawaiian? Like a honey place. All right, 2 Hawaiian sandwiches.
It's like the most like fucked up mural for a restaurant I've ever seen. Hey Reed, how's it going? Thanks for coming in, brother. Hey, Wrangler, thanks for coming in, brother. This is like a first time seeing you in one of my things, streams. Oh, that's cool, Larry. I've always wanted to see them, but I never have. I actually saw Red Hot Chili Peppers on their first tour back in '84 at Numbers when the first record came out. Oh, that would be cool, Larry.
I'm just fucking.
Yeah, so Patty finally gets him back saying that, that she'd make out with Kevin all the time, and she goes, and he's like, what? And she goes, well, he's not really my brother. He's he's adopted. And then he's just looking at her and she goes, I'm fucking with you. So of course they skipped the job interview to do all this other like crazy shit, and now they're at the arcade and everything.
Where are you going?
Okay, Wrangler, be safe, brother, and have a good day at work tomorrow. Stuff. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around. Timestamp is 1 hour, 11 minutes. Hey, Bash, good to see you, brother. I get back to her house and old Kevin Stone out of his fucking mind in like underwear, and she's asking him why he's not wearing pants, and then he's got this girl over there, Jill, and she made some, brownies that might not be exactly the type of brownies that we all know and love, um, and then she said, "Why is she not wearing pants?" Well, what's the pink? All right, Larry. Have a good day, brother. I'll see you soon, especially on Friday. I'll be around there for a little while. Don't we know? Don't we know? What? And the mom and dad are stoned. They're thinking of a rave. Glow sticks, drug addicts. Yeah, it's always nice to get one of those like Monday through Friday pill boxes and take something from Monday and Tuesday and you have no fucking clue what it is. Man, her parents like kept her in the dark about a lot of shit. She doesn't know what cumin is, doesn't know what a vice is, doesn't know what a rain check is. What the fuck? We should ask the pole dancing kid. He could probably tell her.
Glasses every day.
It's true though. I'm sure some people have probably done it. Probably wound up in a fucking coma or dead or something, you know. It's like, whoops. He was alive last time I checked. Nah.
Fuck China, fuck China, fuck America. Are you really excited to take dishes in the back of some shithole buffet?
Man, that's like fucked up to have like a doorbell that goes on for like 5 fucking minutes. It's like, the hell? How can it burn this house down, are you? That's fucked up, Sean. Man, damn.
Like what?
Oh, just those songs in my head. Hey, whose equipment is all this? Really? You play all these?
So now we're getting to the point where he's going to confess to her that he's John Q. Close your eyes, everybody. Oh, never mind. Night, Derek. Take care, brother. Then, you know, she writes all those poems to him and sends him those naughty Polaroids.
You all right?
No, please. Violate me.
You didn't have to do that, Russell. You never know. Sometimes she may pop in, but I don't think she is tonight though. Yeah, Gardner he's fucking amazing in this movie. I think he deserves a lot more cool roles than what he gets usually, but this movie is fucking just amazing.
Can't believe all that only took like 20 minutes.
So she winds up, like singing this song and stuff, and it winds up, and it's really good actually. But he did all the instrumentation to it and whatnot. Cool, Patrick. It was nice hanging with you too, brother, and talking music. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Have a good evening. Thanks for coming by. His tits good. Yeah.
Yeah, Mom.
What's going on down here? How did you get in?
My key.
You're not supposed to have it. Who's this?
Fucking Christ, can we just eat the fucking meal? Don't talk like that in front of my kids.
What about the open bear? Go for sure and he goes over there.
Why are you here? Oh, it's nice to see you too.
That's from your father.
If it's about money, don't let him go.
There's an agenda, Mom. There's always an agenda. I don't know ever check my
See, Russell, you know, he mentions kids in the hall, but he always forgets to tell people that he was in a comedy group called Adults in the Hall.
What are you doing? What is this?
Hi, Mom. Don't pay attention to him. It's what he wants. Feeds on it. Uncle Simon has dirty fingernails. Feel for some my dear book. Did you give him your key?
Yeah. So?
Why'd you do that? You know he's not supposed to be here, right? Relax. I need to relax, Danny.
See, the dynamic between both families, you know, is obviously a lot worse.
Nothing. Nobody should know, all right? We've been writing a song in the basement. I can't do this anymore.
Stop picking on Simon. Excuse me? You heard me. You're all being mean. He doesn't do dope. He just eats Sunday money from the Easy Dose because he got beat up. I don't know what she's talking about. I have no idea. I think she's just strung out his feet.
Okay, you know what? Leave her out of this.
Look, you seem like a nice enough girl, but I'm sure he's got you brainwashed or maybe drugs somehow. Simon is a pathological liar. He's a thief and a total pyro.
You know the cops have been snooping around for you? They came by the office and grilled me for a half hour.
Isn't she like?
Knock it off.
I'm not even gonna go there. Fuck that. Just forget it.
Don't talk about it like that. This is subhuman. And with that condescending fucking tone. All right, that's three. Yeah, what the fuck are you gonna do about it, Al?
I've always wanted to throw like a plate into a china cabinet. I mean, what a fucking asshole of a brother. So many times at Christmas, you know, like when I had a family, because most of my family's all dead. Uh, but there were a few times because my grandmother was this like racist bitch. Um, I always wanted to like, you know, tip over her, you know, one of her cabinets. You know, I almost strangled her once though because she went nuts, like talking, saying the N word about people that worked for her and some other shit. I'm not going to go into the whole story, but like it's one of the few times that I was absolutely angry at my mom because they were like, you know, what are you trying to do? Get out of here. Go to your grandfather's room. And I go in there, and my mom's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why the fuck are you going to let her talk about that? You know, about those people that, you know, work their fucking hands to the bone for her and shit, you know? I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here. And my mom's like, we can't. I'm like, what do you mean we can't? Yeah, we can. We can fucking leave right now. It doesn't matter, you know? Oh, here's where David Yao comes into the picture right now. And anyway, so yeah, I would have burned her fucking house down.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna tell me what's up? Kid, I'm standing in the fucking filthiest green room I've ever seen in my life.
That's cool, Pap. Man, you're too young to have a granddaughter, brother.
Let's do this. Joyce says you're gonna be out by 10. You're making a huge fucking mistake. These contractors said you're playing and I'm holding you to it. I sunk my own money in this promotion. It's not my fucking problem. I told you 2 weeks ago, I'm making it your fucking problem. It's fuck you. Fuck your problems. I'm not gonna have my own problem. Simon. You guys just made my shit. This little fuck up's gonna cost me a lot of money. Fuck this shit.
See, I miss like shows like this. Yeah, that's right, P. Rich. Hey, Vanta, Good to see you. I'm soloing it tonight, so I'm kind of just, looking at the chat, talking about the movie back and forth. I know I'm doing a horrible job, but, that's me, Mr. Horrible. I'm just kidding. Thanks, Pap. Thanks, Rosalia. Yeah, it's too bad, that David Yao, I mean, it's cool that they had him play that scumbag promoter, but then at the same time, it's like, he does a lot better, work than that. So he was in it very short. One cool thing about the music, though, was that Gardner actually did the vocals, but it was actually, I think it was a Canadian band, or I forget where they're. I have to look it up where they were from, but it was some punk band that they did the music for it and whatnot. Because I think the director saw them play a show, or he knew them or something, and said, "Hey, will you write some songs for my movie and stuff?" But yeah, we're coming up kind of to the close of the movie. Not quite, but a little bit. Funny thing too, the girls that Patty was talking about earlier that she used to hang out with, they're gonna see her and stuff, and she's gonna go, "Yeah, he's my boyfriend," and then they're gonna say, "Do you want to start a band with us?" And she's like, "Yeah." Yeah, were you totally tongue fucking John Q in the back of the car? Into the gooch as we know it. Thursday morning for me, the best breakfast TV right here on Text TV. Cold cock that bitch. Ah. I should get Moonbeam to like crochet me a fucking ski mask that says like Tex on it or some shit, you know. But yeah, this is the end of the flick here and stuff. Puff diddler. No, it's never too soon for that arrogant motherfucker. Yeah, I'll ask her, Sean, and see if she'll do it. Was dinner in America before breakfast in America? Well, I would say, unfortunately, it probably wasn't. Sometimes I look back at some of the shit that I used to really like when I was a kid, and I used to love that album, and I'm just like, no. Well, I'm sure you'll watch it again, Sean. You know, it's really good. We have to we'll have to watch Snack Shack because it's just as good. Almost if even better. It doesn't really have the punk rock element in it, but it's a great one. Thanks, Russell. I appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's kindness, you know. I didn't have any like apples or any shit I could juggle, you know. Keep everybody entertained, you know. You're welcome, Zodiac. You know, I'm glad you liked the movie. You know, I didn't know how many people were actually gonna watch it. You're welcome, Chester. Chester, man, he's one of the like, you know, he's the hardcore guy, man. Even if he doesn't watch the movie, he's always here, you know, throwing out jokes and other stuff and whatever. Russell, you need to take it down a notch. Absolutely, Chester does. He's like the first one in the stream, and he's probably like the last one out. You know, he's the one to give the keys to lock it up. That I saw this movie today, or maybe it was yesterday. Thanks, Vanta. It was called was it John or Jeff tries to save the world with John Heater from Napoleon Dynamite. And he makes this, he works at this bowling alley, and these fuckers decide they want to close it down. And he winds up, yeah, that's right. The name of the hardcore band's called Disco Assault, which is a weird name for a hardcore band, but yeah, whatever. But in this movie, though, like he's trying to, he gets this idea he wants to keep it open, and he's trying all these different ways to like keep it open. And there's even like this guy that was one of the pro bowlers back in the day when they first opened the thing, and he's like, you know, living back there behind the bowling alley and shit, where the pins are and everything or whatever things. It's weird. It was a good movie. I'd never heard of it. I think it came out around 2018 or something like that. And it has those two girls that were in that show on Hulu called Pen 15. And that's a funny show, but it was weird. Like I was like, the fuck are they doing in this film? But you know, they probably got hired because I was like, we watch your show. Why don't you be in there? See, look at that. It's more than a watch party. It's the whole CWO experience. Even though I was CW solo tonight, you know. That's why I should have wore a Han Solo outfit. No, I'm just kidding. You know. But yeah, look forward to seeing us Friday for Manhunter on Sean's channel. And that'll be like a really, you know, awesome, you know, one, because Juno will be back for at least for that one, gracing us with his presence. And then Saturday we'll be back here on my channel because it's Moonbeam's birthday, and we're gonna have a good show for watching Robin Hood Men in Tights and whatnot. So yeah, that'll be some good stuff. You used to box Tony Curtis, Russell. God damn, you know, that's a. I hope you beat him. You know. Yeah, I got a question for you, Russell. It's a weird Tony Curtis question. You know, he was married to Janet Leigh and all that, and Jamie Lee Curtis was his daughter. But why did he always dress like he was gay as fuck? I'd always see him in like these weird outfits. You know, like almost not as bad as Liberace, but close enough. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Your fashion sense is kind of fucked up there, buddy. Robin Gooch, Men in Tights, tidy whities, yeah. Yeah, just about. See, it was weird though. I remember one time Howard Stern had sent out this woman that like she was supposed to be, I guess, the female version of Stuttering John, and of course she's not, but she was interviewing. You know, she'd go out and throw those questions out at people, and she was at this deal with Jamie Lee Curtis, and she was saying these questions, and then she pissed Jamie Lee off before she got to the best question that she had, which was, "Would you ever buy one of your father's paintings?" And I was, and of course Jamie Lee Curtis was yelling at her, so of course it didn't get answered, and I was like, "Fuck, you idiot! Why didn't you fucking give her that question before you fucked? Got her yelling at your ass." Everybody does it wrong, you know. You got to throw, you know, the best questions out first instead of the ones that are going to piss them off, you know. You know, yeah, you know how it goes. Gooch Men in Tights, the Gooch visualization. Yeah, like I said a few nights ago, Goochers in the night. And I'll take What is Gooch for 5,000, Alex. Gooch guys finished last, yeah. And all that Goochosaurus stuff. Whose house? Gooch's house. But then, there's always like this weird thing. Hey, Derek. Dirk. Almost called you Derek because he was in here earlier, but hey, Derek. Glad you could make it. And thanks for still hanging out, Kayla. I appreciate it. You're probably like, what the fuck did I wander into like the whole night and stuff? Because, all your exes live in Texas. Oh, sorry. 9:23 p.m., 100 degrees. I don't even know what the fucking what it is here right now. Ernest gets his salad tossed. Oh, okay. How did that go, by the way, Dirk? Did Felcher he spill any beans that were worthwhile? Anything on on the Nightmare on Elm Street, if that's coming out, or did he just fuck around and not say anything about it? Well, I know he didn't have any, boring scoops, that were on there. It's like when we were talking yesterday and you were asking me, about, when I wanted to do the versus thing and stuff. It's funny how somebody does this apples and oranges bullshit, but yet they're the only one on panel talking about two movies between, I'm surprised that they don't have any kind of like schizophrenia or I'm sorry, multiple personalities, so they can go back and forth and bicker with each other. They're I guess too cool, too cool for school to have a fucking mental illness or something. And no offense to anybody with a mental illness, because some mental illnesses can actually be really cool. Two weeks, yeah. 500 fucking people in there. Wow, that's pretty good. No, that's cool. The house with laughing windows. Yeah. I had a feeling that was coming up because people have been talking about it so much. Yeah. Yeah, Pap. Well, I mean, fortunately, one of my best friends has schizophrenia and OCD and some things that just, you know, he's pretty sane most of the time, but sometimes it's a chore, to try to keep him steady. But it's like, sometimes demons sticking pitchforks in his brain. And I don't mean that in a bad way, because that's actually a good fear song. And then I noticed it came up in my feed. Somebody put up Hank Williams was queer, which was a fear song that, as far as I know, they never did a studio version of it, but did it live at some shows. Yeah, my friend's good with the meds too, but sometimes still, it's like he can look at at a stove for an hour and think that the damn thing's on, and he's just like, you know, there's that, and then there was one time where we'd be talking, and he's like, "Hang on a second." Then he'd come back, and he's like, "Okay." And like 2 minutes later, he's like, "Hang on," and I'm like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Well, I think somebody's sitting outside in the chairs." And I'm like, "Well, is somebody talking?" He goes, "No." And I said, "Well, when you looked before, was anybody there?" "No." I go, "Well, then nobody's there now. You don't need to go back and look." And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, you're right." But yeah, I shouldn't, be you know, frack-a-lacking and all that about people while I'm on here. Good night, Rosalia. Thank you as always. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna shut this down and stuff because you guys don't want to hear me babble on all night and all that good stuff. Ernest Shaved Sheep. I don't know if you guys ever saw that one. That was a pretty interesting one. But all right. Well, like I said, we'll see you guys Friday on Sean's channel for Manhunter. And then back here the next night, as they say, let's keep going with the Godfather trilogy. I wouldn't. I mean, no, I'd rather show like the Maniac Cop trilogy. You know, and besides, Juno wouldn't go for the Godfather trilogy because he hates Francis Ford Coppola for harboring a pedophile, and stuff. So eat well and come again. Yeah, come hard, y'all. Yeah. But yeah, everybody, love you guys. Have a great night. Gonna re-show this little thing and then I'm out of here like Vladimir. But thank you again. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here in the first place. But yeah. So have a good night, y'all.
Hey kids, I love this guy. He's the founder of the CWO.
And everything, man, and for everything you do, man. You're awesome because you are part of the CWO.
What a piece of shit this movie is.
Here's Johnny, and I support the CWO.